Hi everyone, hope you're all doing well. Today I'm going to do a video that's a bit more of a rant video. I'm going to talk about some stuff that I'm seeing at the moment, and yeah, just ignore the crap. And that's actually that's a good title actually. I'm going to write that down. I might use that as a title for today's video. Yeah, ignore the crap. There's a lot of crap out there. I'm going to show you some. I saw this I think yesterday. Maybe the day before, actually, it'll say when I show you it. I saw all this crap come out the other day, and it was focused around one stock, and I just went, what a load of rubbish. Like, there's so much there's obviously a lot of negativity out there at the moment. There's a lot of negativity and fear. Look at the fear and greed index. It's down at 19. One week ago it was 30. A month ago, believe it or not, it was 47, but even a year ago it was 22, still in extreme fear. It's been about a year now that we've kind of been stuck in this kind of extreme fear period of time, and there's so much negativity, there's so much rubbish and crap and fear being pushed out there about stocks that you potentially own, trying to make that investment look bad, talk about, the share price is down because of this reason, it's a bad business. Trying to pressure you to sell out of that business, to give up on that business. I want to talk about that in a second anyway. But just before I do that, at the moment, as recording the video, the markets is having a bit of an up and down battle. It was a little bit green in pre-market. The same again, it opened up. A lot of sellers trying to dump off shares, pushed it down to red. It has come back again. So you guys probably know how this is done by the time the video is up, and if the market's held onto the green or if it's gone into the red. But obviously tomorrow, key thing is the inflation data is going to be coming out, and obviously this is going to be key for what happens to the stock market going forward. At the moment, the consensus is 8.1. I think if it comes at 8.3, that's not going to be good. If it's 8.2, I don't think it's going to be good. Even if it comes in at 8.1, I think the market could really negatively react to that. I think we'll have to see either 8.0 or in the 7s to please the market at the moment, because everything's really taking negatively. Even the stuff that's okay is still taking negatively. So I think we'll need to see some strong data to see the market be happy with whatever comes out. But yeah, getting on today's video and ignoring the crap that I'm seeing out there. Today is going to be around this stock, not about the stock itself and if I think DraftKings is a good buy, which obviously you guys think, obviously know DraftKings is a good buy, but I just think it's a stock to use as a very good example. So DraftKings has been doing okay. Like, a lot of stocks have been absolutely deteriorating, especially the big tech in the last few months, and DraftKings has been holding up quite well recently. It's been up, it's been pretty flat. It's been holding on to a few bits of gains actually, but in the last 5 days, especially this week, really since Monday, we've seen the stock dive close to 20% for no reason at all, and it's unbelievable to see that happen. 20% of the share price wiped off for really no reason, and the crazy thing is to see the amount of people see that drop in 20% and just go, oh yeah, it's a bad stock now, it's a bad stock. And it's insane to see how many people react to a business because of the share price. It's insane. A stock drops 20% and people all of a sudden go, yeah, it's a bad stock now, just because it dropped 20% on the day. And so many people are connected to the share price rather than looking at the financials of that business. There's nothing that's in the last 2 days that has justified DraftKings to lose 20% of the value. And yet there's people coming out and saying, oh yeah, now it's a bad business. Let me show you this, for example. So one site that I really like to use is Seeking Alpha. A lot of good articles on there, people posting about it, but just after that drop here, right, there's not been anything really since October the 8th. And then October the 10th happens when we start to get the drop, and we have another analyst article here saying that there's expensive marketing costs, which is, honestly, the story is boring now. We know that if DraftKings wanted to be profitable, they could be profitable. All they need to do is cut the marketing budget. It's a story for another day. But hey, the old rhetorical, repeated story comes up from this guy, Howard J. Klen. And I tell you what, he's obsessed. He's like a stalker. I'm not going to lie, he's a DraftKings stalker, and I'll show you why in a second. And then we've got another one here saying, once again, sell on non-existent profitability. And we've got another one here saying DraftKings, it's time for a June bottom reset. So just because the share price drops and then boom, out of nowhere, for the first time since, well, the 8th was really not even DraftKings related. It was first time since September. We have an article here posted on DraftKings, and there's 3 negative articles. I mean, not a coincidence, it's all because the share price has gone down on that day a big amount, isn't it? So, rather than saying, is this an opportunity that we should be looking to buy? Or no, it's a bad stock, it's down 10% today because it's a bad stock. Now, this is exactly why you don't listen to FUD, the noise, Wall Street, analysts. They just make things up. They do it on short term. They do it for clicks. They do it for views. Just look at this guy, right? This is one that I want to use as an example. This Howard guy, right? He is generally obsessed with this stock. Look at these articles that he's posted. He's posted a hold on Monday, October the 10th. He posted one before saying it was a sell on Thursday, the September the 8th. So for some reason, he's gone from 1 month from a sell to a hold now, even though he still thinks it's got problems. And then if you look at this before the September time, he posted one in August, which was then a hold. And then same again, it was a hold in July. And then he went back down to a sell in June time, a sell in May time. And this is where it gets absolutely crazy. He posted as a buy on Monday, April the 18th. So this guy's gone from a buy to a sell to a hold to a hold to a sell. This guy needs to make his mind up. He's got to make his mind up what he thinks of this stock. He's just posting a load of garbage out here. He's saying here the stock is cheap, decision time is here. And this was on April the 18th, and it's people just flicking like a light switch depending on what their share price is doing. And then what is more crazy to see, when I did have a look in this, I thought this guy's got to have some sort of exposure in here. And it was unbelievable to see that he even had no interest or ownership in the stock, which was just absolutely crazy to see. He's tracking this business like this, and then he's got no ownership in it. So yeah, I mean, this is just absolutely bonkers. This is why you can't let other people make your decisions, because he's busy being a mini-meat Kevin here and flip-flopping on whether he thinks it's a buy, whether it's a hold, whether it's a sell, whether he thinks it's a good time, whether it's cheap, whether it's failing, whether the market costs are going up. And this is just the market that we're in. You have so many people reacting on what the share price is doing, and flip-flopping around what's going on and the stocks that are invested in. And this kind of goes to my ultimate point that I wanted to kind of make today, is that this is what's key in this bear market. You've got to find out the businesses that you really love, and you've got to find the businesses you believe in, and you've got to lock them away and find out if you were right or wrong over the next few years. And that's how you tell if it was a good investment. There's no way that you can judge investments of how they're going on right now. Most investments obviously aren't doing well at the moment. If you're a true long-term investor, you're not going to be judging what that stock's done in the last month, year. The only way to tell is over that long period of time. And that's why as an investor, you want to just buy, lock away, shut the noise off, and see if it turns out that you were correct or not. And that's the big thing you want to be doing right now. You want to be focusing on the financials of that business, looking at the long term and see if they deliver, and you'll get them rewards on the share price. That's the big thing you want to be doing right now in the bear market. Ignore the noise, ignore the fear, ignore the FUD that's being pushed out there by the guy that's stalking DraftKings right now on Seeking Alpha. Just ignore it. And honestly, I say this right now, if it wasn't for me and I made these YouTube videos, and making these YouTube videos, I've kind of got to talk about regular news stories, and DraftKings is at $13 today, and 1 month ago I was talking about DraftKings when it was $15. If it wasn't for this, I would be more happier probably, and it would be easier for me as well, to be honest. I would just be buying these stocks, locking it away. I would not be checking my broker's account. I would not be checking the share price, and I'd be coming back, because this is what we're making these investments for. We're not making them for where they're going to be in a month. I'd be coming back in a few years' time and going, oh, that investment I made, that investment worked out. And that's where I would be wanting to judge a lot of these investments. And that's what I'd be wanting to do at the moment. And I would be massively doing that in this bear market, and I would not be getting sucked into what's going on right now. Unfortunately, I do need to cover some of these topics, and it's kind of counterproductive to what I'm actually doing, because obviously I'm doing more daily updates here, and you guys are coming to watch it, and it's basically me saying, you know, don't watch me, you know, lock away your accounts, don't look at the stock market, don't be interested in the stock market at the moment. Just buy the stocks that you like at cheap valuations, lock them away and see how they do in the long term. But honestly, that's what I think you need to be doing. You need to be focusing on, you know, the financials of the company. And right now, where there's all this noise that's going on out there, just ignore it, because there's so much of it. You know, I just showed you something right there. And the big thing right now is be staring at these financials. You know, it's frustrating to see a stock like this in 2 days lose 20% for no reason. And in fact, you know, we're looking at a stock here that's had a fantastic year. You know, if we look at DraftKings last earnings, I think they were up, well, until they gave away the gains on the day. I think it was up 20% on the day. Like it was a blockbuster earnings only a few months ago, and look how quickly that's forgotten in the market. It's insane, especially in the bear market. But over the long term, that financial build-up will get the respect, and a stock, if it financially performs, which this one has been doing, you only have to look at the recent quarter of earnings, it will get the rewards and it will get the respect, and all the FUD and all the short-term noise will be gone, and that will be more of a fair reflection over a long term. And that's why, as a long-term investor, you want to invest for the long term, because over that long term it will be a more fairer reflection if that business has been successful or not. So yeah, just a little bit of video today, just talking about the FUD and example of noises out there that you want to be ignoring. And there's just, you know, there's a lot of crap that's been posted out there, and don't get sucked into it. You know, just focus on your businesses, and if your businesses are doing well, that's the key thing to be looking at right now. So yeah, a bit of a short video anyway, guys, but I just wanted to point that out. I hope you enjoyed it anyway, and smash that like button, and I'll catch you on a bit.